So here's the scoop. I've got this DSLR camera, Nikon, let's see, what's it say, D3100, that I've had for a couple years, and I've never used it really for video, so I don't know how it's going to do. Usually I use the little GoPro, and I really like this. Shoots in 4K, but I think there's more opportunities with that camera. So I'm going to mess around with it today, and actually we'll turn this one on if it'll work. So there is the camera that we're talking about. So there is the camera that we're talking about. Now I found that this is a super cool camera. The problem is that it does not have a jack for an external mic. So I'm kind of stuck with what it is. The project today that I'm going to use this camera for is on the little Hummer. The goal is going to be to paint that and the mirrors black. I don't like the chrome. So the attempt is going to be remove the grill, scuff it, sand it, prime it, paint it flat black, leave the mirrors on the vehicle, tape off the vehicle with plastic, sand them, clean them, paint them. And I'm going to use this Nikon D3100 to video it, and then I'll be able to see how the video goes to determine if I actually like this camera or not. The problem with this one is that it's big. I've currently got it sitting on a tripod, so the mobility is less, but if the quality is there, then maybe it's worth messing with instead of using this, which I like this, especially if we're out metal detecting or something like this. It's easy to set up and carry around. So this one is the GoPro Hero Sessions 5, and then I've got another one that is the Hero Sessions, I guess it's a 4. This one will shoot in 4K, the other one won't. This one will set up in linear so you don't get that fisheye look to it, the other one won't. So I've been using this one quite a bit, but I want to try this camera, and see how it does. So we'll see. Operation Grill Removal is a success. Now what we're going to do is use really fine emery cloth, and we're going to scuff the sheen, the shininess off of this grill. What that should do is it should give the paint something good to adhere to. So now it's a lot of sanding. So here we go. So well, they're sirens. So I sanded the whole thing, and you can see it's got kind of a matte finish now. Just took the shine off of it. Went inside of all the holes, around the edges real good. Now I'll wipe it down with soap and water, and then take some rubbing alcohol, get all the grease and all the grime off of it, and then I should be ready for, I got a self-etching primer, so I'll put probably at least 3 light coats of the self-etching primer on it. Then I'll be able to put on my finish coats. and I'm doing just flat black, which is kind of nice because since it's not gloss, if there are any imperfections, it won't show it quite as bad as a gloss would be, especially gloss black. But there we go. Got it sanded down. Might have a few areas I still need to touch up a little bit with the sandpaper, but I will see those once I wipe all the dirt and the grime and everything else off of it. So, time to clean it. So here is the finished product. I was going for a flat black. Now there are those that like the chrome and all that, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted just a flat black, black on black, the Hummer's black. Next I'll do the mirrors, and then we'll go from there. So the next time you see this, hopefully it's back on there. Is that going to focus? See, here's the whole camera thing that I was talking about, trying to get it to focus. So if I put it in manual, then I can focus. Huh. Anyway, that goes on that. Let's get it back together here pretty soon. Well, there is the result. Blacked out. Which is what I wanted. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? Still need to do the mirrors. And then I may end up doing these Nerf bar things too. The wheels are already black. I don't know if you can see it. The roof rack's kind of a polished aluminum. So I'll probably paint it black too. So there we go. Project completed. Well, this may not have been an exciting outdoor adventure, but it was an adventure and I am outdoors, so exciting or not, sometimes the coolest adventures are ones you don't expect, and the only way to have a really cool, awesome outdoor adventure is to get out. So I suggest you get out. Day 2 of paint the chrome on the Hummer project, and yesterday we took care of the grill, and I think it turned out pretty darn good. It is what I was wanting, and ultimately that's the only real important thing, is that it is what I wanted it to be. So today we're going to work on the mirrors and maybe the roof rack. I think I'm going to take these things off because I don't care for them. I don't really need them. I just hop in and out. Plus, I think if they're not on there, it makes it look a little taller. And I want it to look a certain way. I want it to be all blacked out. And those will be a little more difficult to black out. So I may end up buying another pair later down the road that are black. But for now, I think I may just take them off. But for today, project is the mirrors. Let's lose that chrome. So as you can see, they're pretty darn shiny. And the first objective is going to be knocking that sheen off of it, kind of scuffing the finish. That way the paint's got something to stick to. When I did the grill, I kind of went through and washed all this crud off of here before I sanded it. But with these, I thought, why do that? I'm just going to sand it off anyways. So I got 240 grit, what I call emery cloth. Pretty smooth. This is actually some of the stuff that I used yesterday on the grill. I'm just going to use it again because it's not quite as coarse. And I'm going to knock that sheen off of there, stick a little bit of primer on it, and then put a flat black paint coat. The cool part here is, and I'm not taking these off, I think what I'm going to do is tape this off when I'm ready to paint. Then I've got some plastic I can drape over the side of the vehicle. But the cool part is when I go to get the inside part, the mirror rotates so I can paint here. It also rotates back so I can get everywhere. So here we go. Alright, so we got the satin finish, or we got more of a satin finish now. Got the chrome off of it. Taped it up, protected the vehicle with some trash bags, and I'm going to paint very easily and lightly. Go on the inside first and catch all that. So getting ready to apply some paint. Alright, so the Hummer H3 chrome removal project is completed. I wanted to get rid of all the chrome on this vehicle and black it out. So I painted the mirrors, I sanded them down and primed them, put a flat black on them, removed the running boards or Nerf bars. I didn't like those things anyway. I removed the grill yesterday, sanded it, primed it, painted it flat black. And the luggage rack on top, that was polished aluminum. It was kind of a satin aluminum look. And I've removed those and painted those too. So what we have left is a black H3 Hummer. And I dig it. I think it looks pretty good. And that's the important thing, because it's mine. So I want it to look like what I want it to look like. So there it is. It was fun. I think it looks a lot better. No chrome. Looks a little more, I don't know, ballistic or military or whatever. I don't know. I just think it looks pretty cool. So I don't know what's next. There's actually a light bar that goes on top that's been removed. The lights weren't in it. I'm gonna think of something to do up there above the windshield. So there it is. I dig it. The adventure wagon's kind of got a new look to it. So between this and my full black Jeep, I got two big old black vehicles, and I dig them. I think they're pretty cool. So there you go. Well, it wasn't a treasure hunting or metal detecting or magnet fishing outdoor adventure, but it was outside, and it was a project I wanted to do. So thanks for sharing it with me. I don't know if you enjoyed it or not, but I did. So there you go. Midwest Outdoor Adventures. We are outdoors doing something. I'm doing little projects. My wife is currently at our church weeding flower gardens and getting ready to plant flowers for the spring. So we're outdoors, and that's the only way you can have a really cool outdoor adventure, is to get out. So I encourage you, please, it's spring, it's nice out, get out.